Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we have a will I buy it video, and this is a holidays edition. I have gone through Instagram and looked at all the upcoming holiday sets and things that are due to be released for the festive period, and I'm going to give you my thoughts as to whether I'm interested in buying them or just want to pass on them completely. This video is inspired by Samantha March, who did create the Will I Buy It video on her channel, and she also created a Will I Buy It playlist for other creators to add all their Will I Buy It videos onto, so both of which I will link in the description box. Most of the things that I am going to be talking about today I have taken from the Trend Mood 1 Instagram page, which I will also link below. Because I film on my phone, I can't actually go through my Instagram live as I'm going through the video, and have had to make notes prior to filming this, and because I've been unwell I didn't get a chance to actually film the video soon after making my notes, and because I've actually printed some things out I didn't get a chance to go back on and print some fresh things out, so there may be a few new sets that have been released since this. So this is probably accurate as of about possibly 2 weeks ago at the point this video is going live, because one thing or other's just got in the way of things. Starting with Real Techniques, they as always are bringing out a few different brush sets for the holidays, one of which is the Metallic Dimensions set. This one is a 4-piece brush set. It has 2 face brushes and 2 eye brushes. This one retails for, according to Trend Mood, $30.20. Because I have taken all prices and things off the Trend Mood website, in a lot of cases if it's available in the UK and on a UK site, I have worked out how much it is on the UK site. So the reason why I think this is a strange amount in dollars is because Real Techniques is actually a UK brand, so I think they might have just converted what it is in the UK. This brush set is £21.99, which I think for a 4-piece brush set is pretty good, and they do look like pretty good brushes. I haven't actually tried a Real Technique brush before, and it would be something that I would be keen to try because I have heard great things, and a holiday brush set is probably the best way to do it because you probably do get a bit of a deal compared to buying the individual brushes at full price. So that is one that I am quite tempted with because I do think it is a good deal. One of the other sets they have is the Luminous set, and so this is a 3-piece makeup brush set, and it also comes in a makeup bag. It looks like it includes 2 face brushes and an eye brush. Again, this one looks really good value. It's $15.51 or £14.99, so you're basically paying £5 a brush. I think even Real Techniques eye brushes retail for at least £5, and their face brushes are kind of £8-9 if not more. So I think for £5 a brush that is a really good deal. And if I went between the 2 sets, I don't know which one I actually prefer. I think I probably prefer and will get more use out of the 4-piece set, because I think by the looks of one of the brushes on in the 3-piece set, it's a foundation brush. These are something I'm definitely considering and would be tempted to kind of ask for someone to throw in for me as like a stocking filler. The next thing we have is from Huda Beauty. I'm not 100% sure if this is a holiday release. I think it might just be their kind of autumn release, but because at the time I printed these out I was interested in them, I did want to mention them, and that is the 3 nude palettes. So we have the Nude Light, Nude Medium and Nude Rich. These are available now and have been available since the middle of October. They retail for $29 or £27. I was really keen to give these a go. The medium one was the one that spoke to me the most, but after having gone to this Glamour Beauty event and Huda Beauty actually applying one of these palettes to my eyes, which I do currently have on in this eye look, they did use the light palette. As I say, I was drawn to the medium palette, but after speaking to the makeup artist there, she suggested the light one was better for my skin tones, and when I did say I kind of do like pinky shades, that was when she advised me that that was the best one. I did actually swatch the palette while I was at the event, and the mattes did feel really buttery and like they would blend really nicely. I do have the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette, and I do quite like it, but the formula's definitely not the best I've tried out there. And I think the mattes that I swatched in these 3 new palettes felt better quality than the ones contained in the Amethyst palette. I obviously can't speak for the rest of the Obsessions palettes, but I only have the Amethyst one, and I do think that the mattes in this one swatched better. The only problem I had, by the time I got home, she had used, I say, the light palette on my eyes, and I think on the picture on the middle row, the far right shade, which I think is like a light pink shimmery shade, I had that all down my face. It is the shade that's all over my lid. I think she said she used the bottom two right colours as my kind of transition and the outer V, and then just applied that pink shade all over my eyes. I was hoping that she would do something a bit more dramatic or something that I couldn't do myself kind of thing, but it was still nice to wear the palette and see how it did wear, because this was one I was definitely going to purchase, but now after trying it there was just too much fallout from it throughout the day. Not that much when she actually applied it, it's just by the time I got home I literally had glitter all down my face. So that's what put me off getting one of these, but that's a good thing. I don't mind being talked out of makeup, especially if I'm not going to end up enjoying it. But just so you can see, I'll try and... So that is the eye look using the light palette. Then we have a couple of holiday releases from Ofra Cosmetics. I recently tried one of their liquid lipsticks for the first time and I really enjoyed the formula. I would definitely be keen to try a few more shades, but I can't necessarily decide because they do have so many shades on offer. I do like that they always bring out mini liquid lipstick sets of Christmas time, and nothing new here. They do have two sets. One is called the Fireside Hotties and this one is $20, and then the other one is called By the Fire and this one is also $20. $5 lipstick, yes, okay, it's a mini, but I think their full sizes are about $15 each, so that's not too bad. I don't know what their size is compared to a full size, but I was drawn in by the Fireside Hottie set, which says it includes Aspen, which is a cool mauve pink nude, Sedona, which is a warm nude brown, Palo Alto, which is a brick red orange, and Portland, which is a cool mocha brown. Aspen and Sedona definitely speak to me. Palo Alto and Portland not so much, but I find that's usually the case with lip sets. The darker shades, though they are nice, don't necessarily speak to me. At the time I was looking into this, I could not see that they were available on the UK website. I think the stockist for Ofra Cosmetics for us is Beauty Bay, if I'm not mistaken. Although I have recently seen that Morphe have started stocking Ofra Cosmetics. So now we have a Morphe store in our city. I'm hoping they will carry Ofra. So if I do get a chance to go into the city, I will definitely see if they have these sets and give them a swatch. So this one I am kind of on the fence about. I would like to try them for the sole reason that for me to try Ofra Cosmetics, I do have to normally order it online. But if I can try it in store, then I would definitely see how big these are compared to the full sizes. If they are really small and not worth it, I would just swatch a few of the full sizes and possibly pick up another one. Not that I need any more liquid lipsticks, but it's definitely something I'm intrigued by. The other mini set was the By the Fire lip set, which includes Atlantic City, Sanibel, Mocha and Verona. But I think when I remember looking at that, they were all a bit too dark, because I think it was kind of darky red, burgundy and dark brown, so I think that one was not kind of my go-to colours. Next we have another lip set, and that is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Hot Lips 2 mini lip set, and this one is $25 or £25. So this includes 3 mini lipsticks from the Hot Lips 2 range, including Amazing Amal, which is a raspberry red, a JK Magic, which is a nude, and then Viva La Vergara, which is a dark red kind of wine shade. When I first seen this mini set and seen it was £25, I thought that was quite a good deal for 3 mini lipsticks. I've never tried a lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury and was keen to give them a go and thought this was the perfect way to do so, and it wasn't too bad of a price, especially for that brand. But when I looked into the shades, I probably wouldn't wear the Amal or Vergara shades, it would just be more JK Magic, so it's probably better to just kind of bite the bullet and get one shade. I did do a quick breakdown to see how much value is in this set. Each of the lipsticks full size retail for £28, and a full size is 3.5 grams, whereas one of these minis is 1.3 grams. So I've worked out that each of the minis is roughly worth £10, so you are getting sort of your money and a little bit more for the value of the set. So I believe it is definitely worth it if these are shades that you are going to wear, but me personally, I think I'm going to skip over this one. Then on to the brand Too Faced. They always have a lot of holiday releases. They do, to me personally, always have the most kind of Christmassy packaging on their holiday releases. So I am always drawn in because it is kind of cutesy and very festive feeling. They have an awful lot of products, which I'm just going to run through and list. I will put pictures up of what ones I can. We have the Let It Snow Girl set, which is $49 or £46. This includes a mini Better Than Sex mascara and the Snow Girl palette. The Hot Buttered Rum palette, which is $25, I've not actually seen this one available in the UK yet. We then have the Gingerbread Sugar Kissable Body Shimmer, which is $32 or £26. The Damn Girl Deluxe Size Mascara Ornament, which is $13 or £12. The Better Not Pout, but if you do keep it glossy set, which is $25. I couldn't see this one on a UK site. The Gingerbread Bronzed and Kissed, which is $39 or £36. The Gingerbread Extra Spicy Palette, which is $49 or £39. The Melted Gingerbread Girl Liquefied Long Wear Matte Lipstick and the Melted Gingerbread Man, they're both $19 each. Sorry, they're $21 each or £19. And then the Christmas Cookie House Party is $58, which includes a palette with 20 shadows, a palette of 6 glitter and matte eyeshadows, a face palette, a deluxe matte gingerbread man, eyeshadow primer and Better Than Sex mascara, and that one comes to £55. These were all available as of September, which at that point I'm never in the mood to talk about Christmas yet. There are a few things in here that do draw my eye. Whether I'd actually purchase them is another story. I've not had the best luck with the things that I've tried from Too Faced, but I say I do really like the packaging and the overall aesthetic of them. The products themselves have just let me down a little bit. I am mainly drawn, again solely for packaging, to the Gingerbread Bronzed and Kissed set, which is a bronzer and a lipstick, because I absolutely love the packaging on the bronzer, the little gingerbread man imprint on it. That would obviously put me off using it because I'd never want the gingerbread man to go away, but I really like the packaging on that one. I'm not interested in the gloss set because I'm not into glosses, and I say I couldn't see this one available in the UK anyway. I'm not interested in the gingerbread house set or the snow, what's it called? Let It Snow Girl set, which is the really cute kind of snowman, which is the 3 separate palettes, which can be, I think they're magnetised together or they can be kept separately. I do like the idea of that set, it's just not for me. The Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette just doesn't call to me. The original one didn't, to be honest, so it's definitely one that I would happily glaze over. The one that does call to me, and one that I typically couldn't find available in the UK yet, is the Hot Buttered Rum palette. I really like the colour story of this, and I do quite like mini palettes, especially when it comes in the tin style packaging, because it is ideal for travel as well. This one I say is $25. I presume it's going to be about £20–25. I'm really hoping this one does come to the UK because I am quite interested and I do like the colour story of it. I did see a video recently from Make Up Your Mind and she did some really gorgeous looks with this palette, so this is one that I would definitely consider purchasing. The next thing to mention is from the brand Hourglass. I would love to try something from Hourglass, but they are so pricey and so kind of out of my realms of what I like to spend on makeup, but they are just so pretty. They have brought out for the holiday period the Ambient Lighting Blush Quad and the Ambient Lighting Edit. They're both called Ghost, so I think Ghost is kind of their theme, which to me seems more Halloweeny, but it is marked as Holidays 2019. So the Ambient Lighting Edit, which is 6 shades, is $80. And then the Blush Quad is obviously 4 products, and this is $58, which is £45. That is a lot of money. If the blush pans are a decent size, I suppose it is only just over £10 each, and you would kind of pay £10 for a higher end blush. So that's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. But looking at the shades, there's a dark pink, there's an orangey one, there's a peachy nude, and then I think there's like a more just general nude shade. So they do look like really pretty shades. I just don't feel like I can spend that amount of money on blush. I definitely don't need blush anyway, but I would just love to try something from Hourglass. And we have quite a few sets that have been released from Stila. I do quite like the look of their holiday packaging with the kind of gift wrap with the ribbon around it. Packaging is all like a dark blue colour. They have the Highest Round Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow Set, which is $25 or £29, interestingly, which is about 30 something dollars. So it's obviously an American brand. They have the Kiss the Stars Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick Set, which is $20 or £22. The Fourth Dimension Liquid Eyeshadow Set, which is $49. The Blue Realm Velvet Eyeshadow Palette, which is $30. This one looks really pretty. It says it's 6 shades in Dazzling Duochrome, Metallic Foil and Dimensional Matte Finishes. So this one kind of has like a silver, a nude, a light pink shade, a blue, a mauve, and then a goldy shade. Even though it's only £6 for $30, which is really expensive to me, it does look really pretty and I do like the overall aesthetic of it. Would it be something that I'd actually purchase? Probably not. but I like the idea of it. Next we have a release from Anastasia Beverly Hills. They have had quite a lot of releases recently. They've brought out a lot of the Norvina palettes, which I don't think are holiday. But this palette that is tagged as being holiday is the collaboration with Carly Bible. When I first seen pictures of this online, I did kind of write it off, but then the more I seen about it and the more swatches and eye looks and things I saw created with the palette, I'm not gonna lie, I was drawn in. I do have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette, which I do quite like. I just do have a struggle with the metallic-y shades in it. They do have quite a lot of fallout and they are so buttery. Not necessarily a bad thing, they are of such high quality. They are just so buttery, I do struggle to work with them, and their matte shades are quite pigmented as well, so they do take a bit of practice to get used to. But I really like the shades in this palette. They are slightly more muted and more everyday, which is the kind of thing I do look for. This one retails for $45 or £46, which is average price for their palettes. Their palettes did used to be £42, but they now seem to have crept up slightly and they now are all releasing at $46. So I am very on the fence about this one. It might be something that I maybe purchase if I get any money for Christmas, because it is really pretty. Again, it's nothing that I need because I don't need any more eyeshadow palettes, but it is really pretty and one that I'm definitely side-eyeing. Next we have a palette from Bobbi Brown. I haven't worn Bobbi Brown makeup in a long time. This was probably one of the first higher end brands that I've tried. Every other release they've had has not really interested me, but this palette caught my eye. I know in Samantha's videos she always says that when she sees a picture of something she tries to guess what the brand is before looking at it, and this was one that I definitely didn't think it was this brand. When I first seen it, I did think it was actually Stila or something like that, with the kind of shape of the pans and things. So I was very surprised to see it was Bobbi Brown, because it did seem a bit more, not out there as such, but a bit more exciting. So it does have a collection of kind of peachy and champagne shades, but then it's got a kind of dark electric blue in there, as well as a dark purple shades. Again, I've been drawn in by the packaging, but I like the array shades and it does feel quite festive, and the metallics do look really nice. My only issue with it is the price. I know Bobbi Brown is a higher end brand, but I didn't appreciate how expensive they were. This eyeshadow palette, considering it only contains 7 shades, retails for $75. On the UK site it is £59, so that is really, really pricey for a £7 eyeshadow palette. But I just felt like I had to mention it because it is something that I did side-eye until I seen the brand and the price. Talking of expensive eyeshadow palettes, the next one we have is the holiday release from Charlotte Tilbury. This is another one with absolutely stunning packaging. I don't think I've never not liked Charlotte Tilbury packaging. It is always so nice, and obviously with the price of her brand and things, it all does have that kind of look to it. This is the Starry Eyes to Hypnotise Instant Eye Palette, and this is another one that is $75. This one's retailing on the UK site at £60, but it is really nice, and I do like the layout of it with the 4 different sections for kind of day to night. It has a section of browns, then a section of warm browns, and then the kind of like a greeny section, and then at the end there's like a smoky section. So it is really pretty. Again, I would like to try something else from Charlotte Tilbury. I've only tried samples of their complexion products, but I just cannot shell out £60 for an eyeshadow palette. Next we have a release from Dominique Cosmetics, and this is the Sweater Weather palette. This was sneak peeked first with just the outside of the packaging, and I was really intrigued by it because I did really like the kind of cable knit sweater look. I didn't know what I was expecting from the inside, but if I'm honest, I was quite disappointed. It doesn't kind of scream holidays to me or fall. I know the outside of the sweater was a kind of lighter shade, but inside it is very muted colours. I think there's a couple of nudes and a couple of pinks, and then a kind of lilac and brown in there. I don't know what I would do with this palette. I don't get any inspiration from it, and the tones are a bit too muted for me. I just don't get cozy vibes from it, which I was kind of hoping based on the name. This one does retail for $29. At the point I did this, I hadn't seen it on a UK site. $29 for 6 shades isn't the most reasonable. I think her other eyeshadow palettes do have a lot more shades in them, and I don't think they're that expensive from what I remember. I think they might even be like $40 something. So this is one that I was drawn to from the outside of the packaging, but then as soon as I seen it, that was it. I was completely warned off it. So this is definitely a case of don't judge a book by its cover. And then finally, to mention the holiday releases from Tarte. Tarte is a brand that I do regularly purchase from, especially around the holiday season. I find that a lot of their sets they release, especially at this time of the year, are such great value and always a great way to try things. I am trying to rein in on my spending this year, so I haven't yet ordered anything from the holiday range, but there are some things that I'm definitely drawn to. The first of which is the cheek stackers that they've brought out. This is the 9 Ways to Shine highlighter, blush and bronzer, and this does come in little stacks of 3. I like that it is stacks of 3 and it is travel friendly, and there's a bit of everything in there. There's highlighters, the blush and there's bronzers of different skin tones. So I was really intrigued by this. It retails for £33, which I don't think is too bad, but £11 a stack. And if it's anything like the quality of the Amazonian clay blushes, it is going to be really good quality. So this is one that I'm definitely intrigued by. The thing that always makes me laugh though with Tarte is they do put a value of their sets, which a lot of the time are correct, but sometimes they just seem way out there. So they say that the value of this set is £138. I think they can only give something of a value if it is a kind of amalgamation of other products. So if they were putting in there one of their mascaras, one of their lipsticks and one of their skincare products that they sell normally, I can get why they're giving it a value, because they would normally sell those individual products for a certain amount. When it's something that they've created for the holiday, or it's a specific kind of bespoke product like this, surely the price that they're giving it, being £33, is its value. So I don't quite get the £138 value there. That this does continue with a few of their other products. The next one they have is the Winter Wonder Glam palette, and this one includes a deluxe light camera lashes mascara and a Tarte-ish gel liner. This one retails for £50, which is quite pricey for Tarte, but it is a larger palette. There are quite a lot of shades in there. There are 24 shades, so it is a bigger palette with the 24 shades in it. This one they say has a value of £171. Again, it's an eyeshadow palette, so an eyeshadow palette to me comes as a whole thing, and it's the value at which they're selling it for. You don't break down each individual shadow and say this is how much it's worth. So that again kind of makes me laugh with the way Tarte do their pricing. It's a pretty palette. I'm not completely drawn into it, and it's not something I'd be willing to spend £50 on. They then have the Treasure Collector's set. This one is £49 with £158 value, and which is a fold out palette which includes 9 warm toned eyeshadows, 2 blushes and 2 highlights. It includes a full size light camera lashes mascara. I don't think this one is necessarily worth the price. I know it comes with a full size mascara, but I think they usually do kind of retail the fold out sets for about 30 something pounds, so it seems like quite a jump to be just shy of £50. So this is one that definitely didn't call to me straight away. Then we have the Gift and Glam Collector set, which is also £49, but this one is stated to have a value of £199. And this is one where it is a big box which has 4 quads in it, and each one can be popped out and put into a magnetic palette that is included in the drawer below the rest of the things. It also includes a travel size Man-Eater mascara and a deluxe Busy Gal gloss. I like where they were going with this one. I'm not completely sold on it because it's not very exciting in that respect, but I do like the idea of it, that you can have the kind of thing as a whole out with the rest of with all the palettes together in one, but then if you wanted to go away or something, you could then take your favourite one and put it in the magnetic palette. But I think overall it's going to be quite a bulky collection. Definitely not something that I'm drawn to at all for the price of £49, but I can kind of see why it has been priced at that range, because it is kind of like 4 individual palettes, say they're £10 each, and then you pay your £9 for the travel size gloss and mascara that you get with it. So I can kind of get it in that respect. I wouldn't say it's worth £200, and it does seem like a bit of a faff, but I do like what they were trying to do with that. It is definitely different, and at least nothing is pineapple shaped like last year, because that is not festive at all. I think that covers everything that I had seen at the point I did my research. I say there probably have been a lot of other releases since then. I think all the things I've now mentioned are actually available at this point. Let me know in the comments if there is anything that I've not mentioned that you are keen to try, or if there is anything I've mentioned that you are excited about. But that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.